Hello lovelies, welcome back to another video. I am Prwwtygem, and in today's video I am sharing a little story time with you guys. A very scary story, but hoping that brings us closer and showing a little more of my vulnerable personal life in my family. So recently my mom has been going and had been going through a lot of breast exams. She hasn't been feeling well for a couple months now. I would say a few months, maybe even a year. But we never thought anything of it. You know, like she would feel dizzy sometimes, just sick, nausea. And she didn't do anything about it till recently that she started actually getting concerned. So she started having tests done for cancer. And in my mind, when she told me, because she told me very briefly, she's very private. Sometimes I feel like she doesn't like to stress me out or my brother out with her personal problems. But she told me briefly that she was getting these exams done. And in my mind, I'm thinking it's probably nothing, you know, so I didn't pay much attention to it. And maybe I should have been more aware and like paid attention to her more when she was going. But 2 weeks ago, she tells me she's having her final exam and that they found a spot on one of her breasts that potentially could be cancer. And now that scared me a little bit because I'm like, okay, she's been having these tests done. Obviously, they found something like it could be cancer. So it did have me worried at that point. I started overthinking, obviously, because I've never gone through anything like that in my life, or even like in my family. Like we've never had something like that happen in our family. So I actually went with her to the last exam that she had, and it was actually so sad, and I don't want to get teary-eyed, to just see her as an adult, but be so scared for the exams, and just looking at her and like thinking of her inner child, like just being so scared having to go through these exams because they're very intense. And I sat in there when the doctor like explained what they were going to do to her breast, and it's rough because I think it's called a biopsy. That's what it's called. But they basically take your breast and they completely like compress it so tightly and then stick a needle through your breast to try to get to the spot in the area that they found in her breast to try to test it and see if it's cancer. But as the doctor was explaining this, like I could see my mom like just getting like teary-eyed, and I was trying to be so strong for her because if I started crying, then she was going to start crying. But I was trying to be strong and just keep it together. But it's just something that I never thought I would go through. And I think that just the whole experience humbled me a little bit. Just looking at my mom, I appreciated her a lot more. And I'm just like, why do we wait for things like that to happen with maybe our friends or family to truly see how amazing and like start appreciating them, you know what I'm saying? So after that, the results came back 3 days later. It turned out not to be cancer, thank God, but they did find a tumor, and they did scrape most of the bad stuff off her breast, so they basically cleared her, so she's good, thank God. But I was at work when she called me with the results, and she was crying, and again, I'm trying to be strong for her. I didn't want to cry on the phone with her, so I waited till she hung up, and she's like, well, it's not cancer, but they did find like a little tumor, and they basically scraped it all off, but we have to keep an eye on it now. For some reason, just knowing that it was something, knowing that potentially it could grow, or that they're going to have to keep an eye on it now. She's not 100% good now. It's like something that is threatening her life. I lost it. as soon as she hung up, I just started bawling. I could not keep it together. Like, I was in the bathroom at work trying to process it and cry, and it just kept on coming. Because my immediate thoughts were, oh my God, like, yes, she's good for now, but what about later? Like, what about later on? Like, this is scary. Like, this is something that's threatening not only my family, but my mom's life. And I have been so attached to my mom. Our entire lives, we've been inseparable. So it's like, I can't even imagine. I couldn't even imagine. It's just like trying to fathom the fact that she has this now to look at and have to watch out for the rest of her life. So it was a lot. I had to leave work. I was uncontrollably just crying. I had to take time. I went to the park. I literally cried in the car for an hour. Went to go get lunch. I just felt depleted. Like, I cried so much that day. I didn't go home straight away because I didn't want her to see me crying until I met up with her that night when she got back from work, and we kind of talked about it. And she was actually taking it a lot better than I did. She's all like, honey, like, I'm okay. Like, life is beautiful. I'm not going to stress about this. Like, if God is giving me another day, I want to enjoy it. I don't want you to stress about it. I don't want you to cry about it. I want you to enjoy me. Enjoy the life that we have together. Enjoy each other, because we never know. Like, now that we know this, like, let's just take it day by day and just enjoy it. And I finally got it. I was like, okay. I was like, you're right. Like, I'm not going to stress about this and be all sad about it because we don't know for sure yet, and you're good for now, so it's fine, you know. But it was something that in that moment when she called me and we found out about this, like, nothing else mattered. Our petty fights. I was having an argument with my partner at that time too, and not even that mattered. I was like, why am I even angry at him? Like, why are we fighting? I was like, this is pointless. Like, life is so short. Like, I reached out to my friends, everybody. I make time to hang out with her every day now and take the time out of my day to talk to her. Even though I live with her, I used to not always make the time to sit down with her just because I'll be busy and my schedule is so different than hers. But now I sit down and talk to her every night and decompress and ask her about her day. But it's like, do not wait for these experiences and moments in your life to realize how much the people around you matter to you and how much their support means to you. Like, it is literally everything. These people make you and your life. Like, treasure them, appreciate them, because you never know what can happen. Like, I never thought something like this was going to happen to our family or to any of us. And it does. You just never know. And it was just, I feel like, a very valuable lesson, not only for me, but for my mother as well. And now we're just taking it day by day and just, she's okay. So, you know, just enjoying life and enjoying each other. But if you get one thing from this video, let it be enjoy the people around you. Love them, appreciate them, tell them how much they mean to you, because you never know what can happen. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed my little story time, and I hope that you guys honestly think about it and take the time to truly appreciate the people around you before something happens to them and then it's too late, or you wait till the last minute to truly see how important they are to you and to your life. So blessings. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being part of my lovely family and growing with me. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share this video if you liked it, if you're enjoying my content. I love you guys. I will see you in the next video.